Hi everyone. Today's video is about the art of manifesting. And to me, that is a topic that I really enjoy and that I would like to share with you about. And I'm really happy that we came to a topic that to me feels light and wonderful. And so I would say, let's do this. Let's go. Um, okay, what makes me competent, or um, why should I talk about this topic and tell you my experiences in it? Well, to me it's very simple actually, and that is because I have been a natural manifester all my life. So it's natural for me as well to talk about this topic. I didn't talk about this before because I was doing it naturally, but I didn't speak about it the way I do now. And that is because apparently there are people that also want to know how you can do it and utilize it in their daily lives, and that is why I found out that it's important to speak about this. Okay, so as I said, I have been a natural manifester all my life, and by that I mean that I have been doing it since I was a little child, while not calling it manifesting at that point, and not being aware of the process that we now talk about. So I was just doing it, and to me it was normal. I didn't even think about it that way. To come with some examples, when I was a child, I, for example, went doing groceries with my mother, and in actually everywhere we came, it was like, with the owners of the shop, it was very friendly, etc. And I always got presents when we went to the stores. So at the baker, I got a little bread, a croissant or something. And when we went to the florist, I got a bouquet of flowers, etc. And it was always a happy and wonderful, yeah, how to say it, gathering, or it was always friendly and light and happy. And so I always got presents. It actually happened at some point that I was with family in in a store in Germany, and that is in another country than where I come from. And then I don't know, I guess my mother and my grandmother went into the store, and I stayed outside with other family members. I guess my grandfather, and I don't remember that well anymore with who was there. But at one point, the shop owner, a woman, said, "Come inside," and i- in her language, but she um, she did it with signing. And so I went inside, and then she said that I could collect some things that I really liked, and then I could take it with me because she found me quite cute or something, and then she gave me these presents. And these are some little examples from when I was a little child. But it's also later in my life that um, I experienced a lot of synchronicity, what people call, and always that everything, yeah, was in some kind of flow, and um, and that is what also other other um, friends of mine started to notice, because it was quite extreme, um, in a in a way, in a good way, of course, but it was that extreme that others surrounding me were really like, "Wow, this is so much synchronicity in your life, Melody." Um, they've experienced it before, but the way it happened in my life, they were really flabbergasted at some point. That was when I was yeah, when I was in my youth, when I was a young adult already. Um, but these are yeah, some little examples of how it went in my life. Um, I I share this with you because there are others that are also natural manifestors and that really understand what I'm saying. But it might also be that you want to start with this topic and you want to start manifesting, and you want to know how you can do it for yourself and have more what people call flow in your life, and you could also have been doing it for a while already, or that you have been manifesting for quite a while, but then you want to take it to the next level, or you experience that perhaps in some way you feel like you lost some skills in it, and that it stagnates or something, and that you want to yeah, turn the dynamics on again, so that you can live a life with more flow again and experience these things as well. Um, or it might be that you indeed just want to take things to the next level. Okay, so what I want to share with you guys is that there are 3 themes in this that is very important to take into account when um, you are giving attention to this manifesting process. And the first one is, in my experience, the first one is aligning yourself and your intention with the highest good, the highest cause, the highest good. You can also call that integrity, if you like. What I mean by that, aligning yourself and your intentions with the highest cause, the highest good. Oh, there are wonderful horses coming by now. What I mean with that is that when I was a child as well, I do remember that I I really wanted to connect with what we call God in the most sincere and purest, clearest way. To me, that was natural. It was what life was about, or well, actually, as I said, it was natural to me. So I just um, um, that was my desire. That was what I wanted because it was obvious to me that to do that. Um, so as a little child, I already had the intention to always be connected with, again, what we call God in the most, in the purest, highest, sincere way. And what I mean by God is that you can call it the way that you want to call it, the way you like, and the way it resonates with you. So that might be God indeed, or the universe, or source. Some people call it Allah, or Yahweh. Um, Indeed, uh, the highest good, love, whatever. So there are many different names that are utilized for this. How I will explain it now, the expression of this highest being that creates all that is, what all that is stems from. So for now I will call it the creator, so to say. So the creator of all that is, when you align with this creator in the highest form, in the purest way, so the highest good, then you can never make mistakes in that, because then the highest good for everyone involved is considered automatically. When you really put your intention on that, then God, or the creator of all that is, will take care of what it should be like, what it is. And if you trust that, if you surrender to that and have faith, then you can relax a bit more. And even though others might disagree with you about the highest good, or what is the highest good, I'm not. I didn't tell anyone about it, because to me it was obvious. So I just did that. And the highest good doesn't mean that there aren't challenges in your life or something, or that people in the human opinion, the human point of view, aren't well, suffering. I don't find that the right word, but they can still experience frustration, or being sad, or whatever, because it is about the highest good of all that is, and not, in the human way. But when the highest good is taken into consideration, it is the best way. And when you align with that, and when you fine-tune on that, then you know it will be right. And then when you trust, you can also, then you will go further than the boundaries of the rigid way of thinking of humans, a lot of humans. So then you let go of, well, it should be like this and that, and then you're saying, yeah, I want this and I want that, and I want this car and I want this house and I want all these material things or whatever, or I want this man or this woman to be my partner. That is actually not the right way, because that isn't what is benefiting all. When you're doing it from what people call egotistical um, yeah, desires, so to say. So that isn't the right way, and it is, and that also stems from scarcity versus abundance. So it will never benefit you or anyone else, and you might be able to achieve it and grab it, etc. But at one point, it will backfire. That is very important to realize for all those people that want to manifest something to the extent of others, or from an egotistical place. It always backfires at some point. So you might experience for a while, oh, this goes well, and then, you know, but when it isn't for the highest good of all involved, then at some point you will experience a lot of scarcity, and that has all kinds of results. Okay, so that was the first theme, um, aligning with the highest good, the highest cause. And then again, nothing can go wrong, and just trust in that, and you know it will be right. Whatever other people might make you believe, if you really know and you've done this, you've made this intention, and you've really done that, and you made this vow, you can say, so to say, then you don't have to worry about it, even though everything surrounding you perhaps is collapsing, you know. Then you know it's I'm still okay because I'm aligned. Okay, so the second theme is joy. Interesting, you might think. Joy. Why joy? You know, I also have recorded a video in the history of our videos that is called Play More. And of course, that is all about joy. Joy, being happy, and yeah, you might say, you know, Melody, it's kind of naive. It's been said to me before, when I was younger, that I was a bit naive, and some people found it very enlightening, and there were also people that were negative about it, that I was so naive and life wasn't all that about, you know, the airy fairy stuff or something, that I was a dreamer. Again, some people found that enlightening, and they liked it and thought it was wonderful, and other people were like, are you really crazy or something, or you should become more some harder in life, because life isn't about this, it's hard, and you should really this and that. And okay, so people might think, yeah, it's a bit naive, you can't be happy and joyful and cheerful all the time. I don't totally agree, lately, last couple of years, I've experienced um, bigger challenges than ever in my life. And before that, and even though I have experienced big challenges in my life, because a lot of people actually really don't realize what I've been through in my life, but I have always viewed it from a very different perspective than others did. And that might come from, aligning with the highest cause. Um, but I have been happy, joyful, cheerful individual being throughout my life, and there are really people that know me since I was young, from since I was younger, can really testify actually that I was happy and cheerful most of the time, and it wasn't a mask like someone at one point wondered, like, you can't be happy all the time, right? It must be a mask. It's not natural. Actually, it's the other way around. And of course, I have been through, again, challenges, and I felt sad. And I've also, when I was younger, I cried even more than I do last couple years. And so I've had hardships as well, and I have been, how to say it, um, that I felt disappointed in life as well, and I also had grief about things, situations, and people, etc. But there was also this inside of me that wanted to share with people. I saw the little things in life, the flowers and the insects, and the beautiful bright colors and light and everything that made me happy, and that I really appreciated the little things and life on itself. And that on itself makes you happy, really appreciating. Because when you are happy and joyful, you are more open and accepting and receiving towards all the beneficial things that want to come to you. So that is why being joyful and joy is an important theme as well. I'll tell about it more. You can learn about that more if you prefer one-on-one consultancy trajectory with me, for example, or via the Tap Into Your Talents Academy. And we will tell you more about that as well. But that is what actually the Tap Into Your Talents Academy is created for. So being joyful makes you more open and receiving and accepting towards that what benefits you. And when you benefit from and experiencing abundance versus scarcity, then you are able to share with your environment as well, with the people surrounding you. And then you want to share because you have abundance. You don't know scarcity actually. So you're always sharing with others as well, and you want them to be happy as well. You want to share it because, the more the better, the more the merrier. So that is a theme that is also very important. And as I said before, you can learn about that more. And if you like, if you really want to do this one-on-one or at the academy, then you can also book a free um, orientation and strategy call with me, and perhaps together with my partner as well, if you prefer that. And then we can, together with you, find out what is the right direction for you in your life when you want to live your purpose and want to manifest things for you in the right way. And then we can support you with that and um, set out the right direction for you to work with this matter. I will put the link with the video as well, so if you want to connect with us, you can just contact us and ask us more questions if you like, but you can also right away book that call if it really resonates with you, and then we can explore further. So it's free. Just do it if you really resonate with it. So the third theme that I want to share with you is all about taking good care of yourself. And why is that? When you are aligned with the highest good and you concentrate on joy, on joyful living, and you take good care of yourself, then, as I always say, you're automatically good for your environment as well. And then there is more flow in your life, within yourself, and in connection with all that is as well, and with what people can call the divine. So when you have that connection, as I said, things come more in flow and come more with ease. Even though, again, you might experience severe challenges in your life, then you can rebound again. Because, you know, the thing is, when you take good care of yourself and you do that in a preventive way, and you then you will be more resilient in life as well. So you can navigate and anticipate more and more clearly as well. And no, there have been people that were like, yeah, so Melody, you started with your practice and you're all about this healthy living, etc. And yeah, I'm fine. I'm living well. I'm healthy, and you know, I'm doing good, and I don't really need that. And people do or did like to come for a massage, for example, because they feel like, okay, then I can relax a bit, and that is, you know, a bit of a wellness experience, and they experience that they do want to reduce some stress, etc., to and release it and to feel better in life, and they realize that it creates more flow in their lives because they can get rid of stress in many ways. Massage, they were, a lot of people were like, yeah, I really like that. So especially in the beginning, I got a lot of massage clients. And what happened was that they very quickly realized that there was so much more to it than, you know, the relaxing via massage. And they also, you know, experienced that I was doing energetic work. So, the health, prevention, well-being thing, the massages, the coaching consultancy, the energetic work that I did. They were like, we really like that you're, doing this and with your practice, etc. But and there are a lot of people still from the beginning that very much appreciate what I'm doing, and but there are also people that were like, yeah, but I don't need it. I'm doing okay, so why should I, dive so deep into this health and well-being thing? And you know, um, you can also exaggerate, for example. And I was like, it actually is an essential part of living. It's not a luxury. A lot of people experienced it as a luxury, taking good care of yourself, and it isn't. It is essential, because from that place, when you're healthy and you're feeling well, um, then life is a lot easier, and as I said before, you will be more resilient and flexible, because in the beginning I said it doesn't work when in manifesting you're very rigid and you say that I want it to be like that and that's it, and otherwise then you will really experience a kind of hardship, because it doesn't work. It creates blockages, and then it stagnates. Then there's no flow anymore, and then manifesting doesn't go that well anymore. Since the last couple of years, especially the last 2 years, 2.5 years, as everyone knows, in this period, globally, people really got confronted with major stuff, with illness, with getting confronted with limiting beliefs and blockages, loneliness, scarcity mentality, scarcity mindset, scarcity thinking, which doesn't really help. And when there's such a collective scarcity mentality, everyone experiences that. Even I did very much, my partner and I did, even though we're, and especially I am very natural at manifesting and conscious of the results of it my entire life. But also I experienced, it were quite challenging times, and it's not over yet, of course, and that is also why this video is very important for you if you struggle with this. But a lot of people all of a sudden, after all this time, started to realize that it really isn't a luxury, but that it's really important to take good care of yourself and to be preventive in it, to make sure that you can anticipate when times are getting harder, and when you experience deep grief and yeah, and you can get disappointed because of the circumstances, and when you feel, how to say, abandoned. I must say, for the first time in my life, after many years, in this period, and quite recently actually, I told my partner I've never experienced this before, and I've never expressed this before because I didn't experience it, but I really felt like, wow, it's like you're drowning and people are just watching and they're doing nothing while you're fighting to stay, you know, above the water. They're just standing around you looking while you're drowning. And I realized this actually happens in real life. Luckily, I haven't experienced um, that before. That people, you know, didn't. That there was something really life-threatening happening, and people just looked at it. But people have become so um, disconnected at one point through these circumstances. Of course, it has been there already, but you know, these circumstances magnified it. And I was really like, wow, this really has to change because I've never experienced this in my entire life before. Um, but more and more people start to realize that it's real, that it's important to take good care of yourself, otherwise you won't make it. And that is also something that we can help you with. There are more people, and I have we have supported, my partner and I have supported people that were really sick during this time, and that we supported people in getting better. And there have been people, also young adults, that just couldn't take it anymore and that actually didn't want to live anymore. So these are really trying times for a lot of people. And we were there, my partner and I were there to help them through and to, you know, let them know that they can still trust in the good things in life, in again, in the highest good, in connecting with God, the divine, and that everything can change for the better and transform and be transmuted. And that is something that we really want to help you with and guide you with. Again, even though I have been a natural manifester my entire life, I am still able to guide people and to teach them how they can do it for themselves as well. Why? How come? I wasn't aware of this process myself because I didn't think about it. I just did it, and I lived like this, and it is who I am. But still, I can guide people and teach them how they can do it because I was made aware how I could dissect what I was doing. And so, and I must confess, it has been quite a challenge for me to dissect what I was doing naturally. It was really a process of thinking entirely differently and almost the other way around, or yeah, not quite, yeah, to view it, to understand it from a different point of view. So I really had to see, so okay, so why am I getting these results? And people are asked, there weren't that many, but I'm thankful for those people that ask me questions. They ask me, well, so how do you do this? For example, it's quite a funny example, but when people ask me, I look quite young for my age, and it is something that's just who I am. But I also know that that stems from, this this way of life, and my mentality, and the way I perceive things, and the way I'm living my life, and the manifesting part. So when people start to ask me questions like, how are you doing this, then I started to realize, okay, so that is something that I've done all my life that I wasn't aware of, that actually helps. Um, so yeah, and throughout my life, when I was younger as well, people came to me as well, young people and young adults, as seniors as well, elder people, with their life stories, and they always wanted to connect with me. And there were even elder people that always said to me, yeah, you really have an old soul. And some even said, yeah, I really get goosebumps from it, that I really feel and know that you for example, worked hard in previous lives, and that you really have an old soul, and that you're really going to help a lot of people with this. Um, and then, and sometimes they ask me questions about, yeah, how do you look at things, and why are you doing things like this, etc. That helped me to indeed get to know more about the manifesting process. And okay, so I have now concentrated on these 3 themes for this video, but there's a lot more that we can dive into that really benefits. And what I am doing, what we do, and also at the Tap Into Your Talents Academy, we really help people, guide people, custom made, because every situation is different. Everyone has different desires for their lives, different situations. They're wired differently. There's also, there's a difference between the naturals, as I'm calling it. In this case, I am natural, and it doesn't help when you're constantly, telling people, yeah, you should do this and do that, and etc. When they're already doing it naturally, it doesn't make sense. You really have to, fine tune it on where someone stands, and where they're at in their life, and what their skills and talents and experiences are in life. So that is also why some people prefer one-on-one trajectories, journeys I also call it, so that we can really dive into the matter together, and really custom it on their mission, their life purpose, their wishes, their desires for their life, and their environment. What you could imagine, because this goes quite deep, that it takes a lot of time and energy for me to do that. So that is why I wanted to create leverage, and that is also why I started to, I already did that as well, but started to concentrate more on group trainings as well. And that is also what you can experience at the Tap Into Your Talents Academy. the beautiful thing about this as well is that you can very much benefit from the group dynamics as well, because they're all you're connecting with other kind of beings, of course, and they have their own situations and their dynamics in their lives, and when that is exchanged, you can also benefit from the answers and the results that other people, kind of beings, experience and have went through, and sometimes it's perhaps the same as that you have been through. So that is the beautiful thing about the group trajectories as well. But you can also always, when you really feel like you want to spar, you want a sparring partner, a one-on-one, and you want to dive deeper in that, you can also always, of course, book sessions for that. And there are always these free orientation calls preceding these one-on-one interactions. So you can explore first and then opt in for one-on-one trainings as well, or eventually when you want to work together with us in a one-on-one trajectory, you can also do that from the group setting. So I would say if this really resonates with you, it's a no-brainer. I also want to ask you, definitely join our online free private community, where you can also participate in, for example, challenges and ask your questions that you get answers on. You can connect with other kind of beings and just have a good time with each other as well, and you can share your experiences, and you can experience support in a sacred, safe environment. As I said before, a private online environment that you can explore your direction in. And you can contact us anytime if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to explore with us what is right for you, and you really need or want help with that, you can contact us anytime. And as I said before, you can also then book a free orientation and strategy session with either myself individually, or my partner, or together with us, whatever you prefer. I will also put the link of that for the free private community and the session and our contact details with this video, so you can reach us very quickly. And I would say just do it. Join the community, contact us, book that free strategy session, and I would love to see you soon and work together with you when it resonates. So I hope this video was of benefit to you in any way, and that you also enjoyed it. And I would say until soon. And I would say experiment some with these 3 themes already, and when you feel like you really want to take it to the next level and dive more deeply into it, and more detailed, and really want to work together with us, then you know how to find us. Okay, so enjoy, and until next time. Bye bye.